Martio here. Welcome to another live album ranking. But before we start that, again we've lost one of my sort of guitar heroes. Sadly, Manny Charlton from Nazareth sadly passed away. It's quite ironic that we was talking about Nazareth last Friday on the live album ranking. Good guitar player was Manny. Nazareth are one of my favourite bands, and I was lucky enough to see Nazareth, as you know, with Manny on guitars. It's just a very sad day. I think in a couple of weeks' time I'll do my favourite Nazareth songs, I think, as a tribute to Manny, and just do the songs that Manny played on. So that'll be in a couple of weeks' time, because I've already sorted out next week's schedule, as you know. So a couple of weeks' time we'll do a Nazareth top 10 retro ranking as a little tribute to the brilliant Manny Charlton. I mean, he was 80 years old. That's a great age. But I'm getting older, and all of my sort of people I listen to as a teenager upwards, they're getting old as well. Anyway, let's have something a bit more happy now. Today's live albums are a German band, industrial metal rock, are actually on tour at the moment. They played over here in the UK not a couple of weeks ago. We're talking about Rammstein, of course. Actually, last night I watched a couple of gigs on YouTube. One I watched was a really good Rammstein concert from this tour, and they were playing excellent. The new stuff off the new album sound brilliant. And I also watched a Metallica recorded in I think Belgium, this last month, and that was brilliant. They played a lot of the old stuff. They played lots of stuff off Ride the Lightning and Kill 'Em All. So that was my night last night, watching some good live concerts from festivals recently. Anyway, we're now going sidetracking. So, Rammstein, as you know, have been around since 1994, and the band's lineup have not changed. So we've got on vocals Till Lindemann, lead guitar is Richard Krups, rhythm guitarist is Paul Landers, bass guitar is Oliver Riddell, drummer is Christoph Schneider, keyboards the enigmatic crazy man Christian Lorenz. So they've released 3 live albums. All of them are quality. They're just great albums, and I've watched all these live because they've all come out with DVDs, and I've watched them all. I mean, I've got, luckily on Prime, the Live in Paris is a part of that package, and it's absolutely brilliant. So coming in number 3 then. Now, I struggle with German, but when your mouth's not working, it's even worse. So it's coming at number 3 from 1998. It was recorded on the 22nd and 23rd of August 1999. Live aus Berlin, which means basically live in Berlin, in their home town. It was recorded at the Parkburn Wunderheide. And the first track on here is Spiel mit mir, which is Play With Me. Bestraf mich, which is a really good version of that. Cracking version of Weibsfleisch, which is white flesh. Son Senschut, Ashes to Ashes, which is pretty cool on here. Wild Vein, Wild Wine, pretty good. Harriet Mitch, Marry Me. Du Resk So Good, You Smell So Good. I love these titles. Of course, Du Hast, good version of that. Buck Dick, Bend Over. Engel, brilliant. Rammstein is brilliant on here. Absolutely brilliant. The crowd go absolutely mental. Then we get Flashzeit, Pro Spawning Time. Walter has the best Flemmen. Do you want me to see in a bed of flames? Pretty good. And Seaman, brilliant. It's a stonking album. Captures them early part of the songs of them early albums. For German production, I think it's not the actual production, because this was outside. I think the wind changed direction a few times, and you can tell in the recordings. But it doesn't spoil this album. It's just full of energy, and if you've watched them on YouTube, you know they give it 100%. Till is brilliant on stage. He's got such a presence. So I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 8 out of 10. It is just a belter of an album. So coming in at number 2, we have Volca Ball, released in 2006, and it was recorded at l'Arena de Nimes, France, on the 23rd of July 2005. You get a little intro on here, and then you get a stonking version of Rise, belter, absolute storming version. Links 2, 3, 4, pretty good. Cane Lust, brilliant. Fuel Fray, the brilliant Ashes to Ashes, or Ash to Ash, a really good version of Morgenstern. Mine Teals on here, that's great. Stein, Stein, that's great. And then Loss, crowd go mental in that. Then we get Du Reis So Good, again full of energy. Benzene, Du Has again. Senschut, brilliant. America, that's pretty cool. Another belting version of Rammstein. And then Son Ich Will is brilliant on here. Hoch Dick, again brilliant. And Stripped. I think these songs I picked for this one are absolutely brilliant. They're all much better live, I think, than the studio versions. I think Rammstein are one of them bands that they're good in the studio, but they're a hell of a lot better live. Really good sound, because this is actually recorded in an amphitheatre, and it seems the sound seemed to bounce better, and it's so much rich. It's so rich, and it does feel like that they're playing in your back garden. It really is great. Live album this is. So I'm going to give this one an RTO ranking of 8.5. Okay, then coming in at number 1. This is just absolutely stonking, this one. It's Rammstein live in Paris, released in 2017, and it was concerts filmed on the 6th and 7th of March 2012. The intro, their intros are just fantastic. How they come on stage, it's all dramatic and it's brilliant. Then we get Son, great version of that. The best version then of Walter Brett, Flame and Shen, the one about the flames in bed. Kein Lust, No Desire, definitive version of that. Definitive version of Senschut, the definitive version of Asht to Asht, Furl Free Open Fire, brilliant. And then there's a great version of Mutter on here. It is the best version I've got of this. It's just absolutely brilliant. Mind Teal, again, definitive version. Du Reich so good, superb on this. Links 234 is brilliant, and probably the best version of Du Hast that I have got. It is brilliant on here. I mean, when if you've seen the video of this, you'll see it because I'm going to put this in the playlist. Firing off fireworks in an indoor arena. It's bonkers, but it's brilliant. The crowd go absolutely mental in this. Till's got them in the palm of his hand on that song. Then Half Shit Shark is great. A brilliant version of Buck Dich. Man Gen Man, brilliant on here. Angst Dich, brilliant. Mine's Hurt Brent. America, Itch Will, Engel, Pussy, Flinging in Paris, Spring in Paris. This is the ultimate Rammstein concert for me. When you play this through, you put it through your sound system, it sounds brilliant when you're watching it. It's an amazing concert. I don't know what to say, but it's just absolutely brilliant. And I think this has got the definitive versions of these songs from this concert. They were on fire them 2 nights, absolutely on fire. And it's a live album that I love playing, and you've got to play it loud. So I'm going to give that an RTO ranking of 9 out of 10. Okay, we're now talking about live music. This weekend I'm off to see a AC/DC tribute band, which I shall tell you all about on Monday. But we've got one more show to do today before I close RTO for the weekend. We are looking at, of course, the new Porcupine Tree album, which I am looking forward to. It is a brilliant album, and I'll tell you about that in the video. So I will see you for that. Bye for now.